and welcome back to my channel, Ustaz Junior channel. Welcome back guys. Okay guys, ini aku main Genshin Impact. Aku akan main final boss. Aku akan lawan final boss guys. Video ni aku starting dari lepas update guys. Aku fikir nak buat video ni panjang, starting dari chapter mula keluar kan, sorry dia. Tapi bagi aku macam dia terlampau agak panjang, agak lampau panjang sangat-sangat. Jadi aku rasa tak payah buat starting dari awal-awal keluar Demon Story tu. Jadi aku starting lepas update tu. Jadi video dia agak sedikit panjang sikit guys. Tapi aku harap korang boleh skip lah, sikit. Sebab aku pun rasa korang skip sikit lah. Dia pun, aku pun tak nak cakap panjang kan. Tak nak cakap panjang sangat, aku rasa korang bosan. Okay guys, video ni lagi 10 kau layan video aku lagi. Kau akan tengok macam mana aku dapat video tu wish masa hari pertama, hari mula update kan. Aku cuma lambat video ni siap cuma sebab aku lambat main. Jadi kau akan tengok macam aku wish dapat dan dapat satu karakter yang tak sangka-sangka aku boleh dapat kan. Aku sumpah aku tak sangka guys. Okay guys, let's go watch my video guys. Sebelum tu don't forget subscribe dan like guys. Okay guys, let's go. Alhamdulillah. Uish, tekan ni. Wih, apa babi? Wih, gila. Wih, bodoh. Mantap babi. Yes.
There! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is. Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby.
Let's them on. Wait. Alright gang, kita akan pergi ke chamber ni guang. Alright. Rasanya kan. Mechanism thinking.
Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be the way.
High pressure. Asingkan.
Takes us up to here. If that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh?
Why?
Paimon gets it. If it was a secret,
Ganyu
wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? Alright, let's follow your plan. Then we can...
Hey mama, look down there.
Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista.
Lihat tembok.
A new idea? Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista?
You hit me that much?
No. Paimon may have just forgotten to think about the safety measures.
Bodoh tu memang.
That's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
Serabut ada orang main. Ni kita kontak. Tu je. Betul. Mana dia? Powerful. Alright gang, time to fly. Oh, aku dah fly dah. Oh, sampai dah pun.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyan
Ui, so very
Karst.
sexy. Ha.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me.
Cantik bodoh.
You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no,
nothing.
it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too.
Kekuasaan.
This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly... At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Babi.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
Babi.
At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti.
Sky the limit. Ningguang.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Ring a bell.
Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the seven. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard.
You were there.
You were there.
You no doubt saw.
No doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back. To play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
KIRA YAMATO!
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Well answered.
Pay more.
The scenery out here is fine indeed. but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete.
So please. This way.
This way.
Moments ago, did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then?
Keqing.
What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing, although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
Makes sense. No surprise there.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Diwa Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Today
Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Great. Well, why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Ancient Terrace have some? Even Qingsa village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. The Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort before the Archon War. Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
You need to pick them. So you need me to sing.
That's correct. Your singing will surely bring out the strongest fragrance from the flowers.
So how good is your singing?
KIRA YAMATO. Oh man, listen.
Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Okay guys,
It's time to
jujur
sing.
ni kan.
Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened?
Whoosh! Ui, babi.
They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand Liyue?
Ambil kau. Whoosh. Popali guys. Bangsat. So
Those
macam
weren't
tu
glaze
tak.
lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately,
No.
That's so so lame. Excuse me.
Weh, who the hell are you?
Are you
Genshin?
searching for glazed lilies?
Adakah dia akan keluar sebagai watak baru?
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face? Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name.
Aku pernah jumpa dia sebelum ni. Tak ingat guys.
That reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber? Well, it sure would have been better if you
Oh,
told
dia
me
air, dia. Aku nampak dia punya lambang
Didn't I tell you the
elemental.
way?
Ke air.
Surely I
Air
did.
dulu.
Nope.
Nampaknya kita dah keluarkan watak baru lagi. Cuma aku tak tahu siapa diorang.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh.
Genyu.
I guess I really did forget to tell them. Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now? Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan.
But now,
Now, I am
I
simply
simply
out on a stroll to see the flowers.
flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace. Oh,
Sorry, we should have brought it out.
No, it's quite
Why
alright.
alright?
I just haven't
Or
processed
still
my emotions
emotion
yet.
yet.
When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But
So
yes,
that's mean?
now that the spirit of Rex Lapis
Returned
has returned to
to
the heavens,
heaven.
only Barbados of Mondstadt remains
Oh.
of the first seven. The other five, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun,
Asal muka
are no longer
laki
the same
Dongling ni
friends from
macam
2,000 years ago.
laki dekat statu batu pun?
Of the current seven Archons, the
Aku rasa
youngest
dia
is
red lapis
Sumeru's
je.
god
Aku
of
rasa dah dia
Dendro.
red lapis. Tapi
He's
tak tahu
merely
yang kita tak tahu
500 years
cantiknya
old.
lagi kan. Kita tengok
Whereas
hujung
Rex
ni guys.
Lapis was more. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had.
So what do you think of this
Farewell.
farewell?
Huh? This
Little sudden.
is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've
I
never,
never
dared
did
to
the
imagine a Liyue
Mendelium
without Rex
without
Lapis.
Lapis.
But as an Adeptus, I think I will
Ramu.
eventually come to grips with reality. Huh? Did you just say
Adeptus?
Yes, I
Mix
am a
human
mix of
killing.
human and Chilean.
Maksudnya?
Adeptus blood flows
Oh.
through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of
city of
Liyue
Liyue.
during the Archon. After the war ended, I signed a
contract.
contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day.
Oh, patut dia tanduk.
Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found.
See?
See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have.
We
We
dare
dare
not
not
refuse it.
refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily? Indeed, I did. I
Indeed?
know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it. Wow, so you really know
Your
your
stuff
stuff
too.
too.
Thank you.
Ganyu. No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would
Aliyah.
excuse me,
I should
should
return
return
to
to my
my
work
work
now.
now. Good luck.
good luck.
Aku rasa... Okay guys.
And that just about does it.
Ya,
Our preparations for the rite of
Aku
parting
cepat
are
ni.
mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking, so you must be careful.
Wow. See, Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all.
Zhongli.
Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue.
Let's go. Time to cinematic entry.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and...
Betul.
This atmosphere is highly abnormal.
Alright gang.
Seems as though something big has happened. We should ask around a little,
Just be safe.
just to be safe.
Something happening guys. Something happening here.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng
What's
funeral
funeral
parlor.
parlor?
Mr. Zhongli, I
I
presume.
presume.
The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the moon.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet
Meet
them.
them.
Well, I say
said meet.
but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hidden impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current
situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They
The
only
only
acknowledge the
knowledge
contracts
they
of the
control
Geo
Akan.
If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is
Their
known throughout the
boneheadedness.
lands. Yet it's
Yeah,
because of
because
that
the-
obstinacy.
oh, blah,
And
blah,
what
blah.
now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing.
You
She
know.
proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must rein in the actions of
So
the
the
Fatui.
Fatui.
Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us?
The
That's the
kissing.
Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of
You
Child's
want
close
to close
associates.
session.
Please understand that your actions will reflect on us.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
We can't.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides?
Oh.
Or will you use your sword to turn the balance?
Ooh, I forgot how to use my sword.
Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Consider your next course of action carefully,
KIRA YAMATO.
traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be
Why
quite a
a
double-edged
double-edged
sword.
sword?
So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
You know, Mr. Moneyworth.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He
Yeah.
must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Let's go. Okay, aku akan skip guys. Jadi kau akan ingat aku dramatic entry. Dramatic entry. Oi, the child, the stupid child. Tak ada orang lah. Cakap NGC-nya pun berbahaya. Fatui, tak ada orang. Balik aku. Alright guys, kita akan masuk dengan penuh cool. Lambat. Okay. Enter the golden house. Serious lah. Hey, masuk rumah pun.
Wow!
This
This
is the
golden
golden
house.
house. Oh, balik.
It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside?
So full of Mora.
This is where all of Tibet's Mora is minted,
Right?
right?
Thinking what I will
In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here.
Butuh teman.
But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the
itu
Exuvia
karet
is
lapis ni.
alright.
Aku mana ni? Alright geng. Aku merasa hati aku merasakan aku akan lawan seseorang yang kuat lagi guys. Aku tak tahu siapa, jadi jom. Aku akan penuh bergaya. Yang penuh hebat, penuh angkuh, penuh sombong. Who the fucking hell you? Come out where you are. I won't fight with you. I'm KIRA YAMATO. Ikuzo!
You've already fulfilled your task as guides.
I know.
So why do you still
his
linger
voice.
here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I
know
imagine
you,
that you would be
child.
entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way. Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this
Find the
secret
secret
location,
location.
don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort?
Bagi lawan aku anjing.
Stopping the more immense, hiding away the exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires.
No, I won't let you.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that.
that.
When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with a strong opponent.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again.
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, traveler. I'll just play along to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there?
I could never defeat you. You are completely delusional.
Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to it.
Lagi bodoh.
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
What's the hurry? Yep. Go baby. Memang aku dah masak. Kita bagi mana energi. Yes.
Careful now. Try this.
Allah.
Freeze. Passable effort.
Woi. Power ni.
A clear shot.
I'll protect us!
Woi, baby.
Why has everyone stopped singing?
Freeze. This one will be frozen. Freeze.
Ambil kau anjing.
You've made some progress.
Allahu Akbar.
Dodge this. What's the hurry? Poor timing.
Allah. Nak geng. Sabarlah perlu nyawa. Bodoh lah. Oh, bang. Mana lebih? Allah.
Passable effort. A fine opportunity. Disappear.
Kena kau. Tengok.
Cool it.
Ambil kau anjing. 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 Ambil kau anjing.
Freeze.
Weh, mati je lah bodoh.
Not bad. You've got a
Weh,
trigger
sakit.
too. Haha, good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now,
Allah.
show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger. Cool it.
Babi.
My turn.
My turn lah. Oh, babi.
What's the hurry? Dodge this. Oh, so sorry.
Oh, dah tengok bos tu. Oi, sakit. Ambil kau. Sorry dah bos. Tinggal kau ambil ke?
Freeze.
Bodoh.
You've got some
Wih,
skills.
okey, aku terkena. Aku terkena. Ui, babi apa?
Got you.
Ui, jangan aku bodoh. Allah. Tolong jangan bodoh.
Freeze. Don't push your luck.
Sakit.
What's the hurry? My turn. What's the hurry?
Main tu tak main turn.
Freeze. Raging tide. Freeze.
Allah.
What's the hurry? Cool it.
Main tu tak main turn. Kerek sangat. Asal aku terima. Ui.
Not
wrong
bad.
story.
Your swordsmanship is quite
Aku menang
impressive.
bagi.
But that's about as far as you'll get.
Bodoh. Rasengan. Ui. Oh, okey. Saya sampai coaster batu sampai. Tu kan dia. Ini bukan dia ni. Dia.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world.
Asyik
You of
gempak
all people should
bodoh.
know.
Asal aku tak jadi
This
ni?
should have been
Wih.
expected. Well then, I'll be taking more
More
access
jealousy now.
I see. Well, this is
This
most
was
unexpected.
unexpected.
You beat me to it, didn't you?
Ui, babi. Gempak bodoh, cai. Sumpah dia gempak. Dia ada cara yang elektrik sekali yang badan ni, guys. Dia ada dua elemen satu badan ni. Oh, amboi. Weh, wow. Wow, tak adil ni. Sumpah tak adil. TARTAGLIA. Wih, babi.
This is going to cost you!
Wih. Bodoh. Mana dah keluar seorang? Weh, apa ni geng? Babi bodoh, gempak. Aduh. Oh, jap. Sekejap, geng. Hey. Allah.
Move faster! Did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the gnosis over now. Don't make me take it from you.
Don't
Take it?
Allahu Akbar. Oh. Allah, ya aku selewat.
Oh, so sorry. Cool it.
Oh, yep.
Don't push your luck.
Don't push your luck.
What's the hurry?
Let's dance!
Power baby.
Dodge this.
Ooh. Ooh.
Freeze.
Ooh. Baby. You better not run.
Dodge this.
Ooh.
Dodge.
Oh, yo.
Oh, so sorry. Dodge.
Allah sakit tu.
Die here.
Oh.
Cool it.
Oh, baby pun.
Dodge this.
Matilah bodoh. Eh, whoa.
Let the show begin!
Matilah. Menggeletar tangan aku, geng. Menggeletar tangan aku.
Child's back to normal again!
Well then,
Time
time
to cool
to
off.
cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis,
No matter
no
what.
matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Because I got the power of several elements.
You already know the answer, don't
you?
I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep,
I
I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied.
Oh,
Anyone
what,
who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My
Quest
quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting
Aku dah
to say
agak,
the
geng.
least.
Red Lapis masih hidup, geng.
It seems
Aku dah
that the
agak.
guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this. I absolutely detest working with those who are weaker than I. The truth is, the world belongs to those of us who desire to become strong. I seldom willingly mingle with any dull and boring weakling. Unfortunately,
Dah, kalau kau
we
tiga
cannot be
kali
picky about our methods
berbicara,
as
tiga kali
Fatui harbingers.
jump
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
Huh?
God?
Osile, overlord of the vortex,
Who
who was
was
defeated by Morax, the
KIRA
Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who
War?
has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How could an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the...
Simple. I've already prepared the
Oi.
means to awaken it.
Babi.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission, using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles.
Aku cakap aku beruntung dapat Chai ni, gang. Aku beruntung. Aku first wish aku terdapat ni, guys. Aku cakap wow.
But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
Intriguing. Apa putah. Dah mati, guys. Terus mati animation lah, animation. Gila babeng gembak, geng. Ni gang, God of Ocean, Asian. See you.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Wih.
Huh?
Gila gempak butuh.
He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
Wih. Asal jet camp bergerak? Wih, bodoh. UN Harbor nak tenggelam. Wih, sotong kudeta ini ni ha. Kraken. Wow.
I'm exhausted.
Gila,
If we
anjing.
happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet.
What?
Dio.
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepta. What are you doing on the Jade?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, sombong.
Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here. It's not just you.
Kijing beneran nama dia bodoh tu. Kijing.
The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor. So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Chising, Millelith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and
And our conclusion is necessarily, gang.
But all of you were supposed to be the
Belum merak,
guardians
gang.
of
Belum merak.
Liyue.
Itu dah belum merak. Belum merak. Okey, belum merak lain. Ini ha.
One certainly could.
Habis tengok.
The Chising did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one
Who
who
did
did craft the
Guizhong
Guizhong
ballista?
ballista with one's own hands
Is here.
For what could you mortals ever learn of a
Dia dah
Adepti
membuat balista,
mechanisms?
gang.
Yes, it would
Aku
take
tahu,
one,
guys. Jangan ngomong.
but a little
Game ni
tinkering to
gempak
turn this
bodoh.
ballista.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength. We
whatever.
haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Now.
Yep.
Aku dah dapat bayangkan thumbnail aku, geng. Aku dapat bayangkan thumbnail aku, geng. Memang gempak bodoh. Fuyo. Fuyo. Gila apa rusa? Ada tangan ke? Oh. Oi, aku tak suka gemuk tu. Aku tak suka gemuk tu. Alright, geng, pergi. Asalah jumpa gemuk. Tolong, aku tak lawan. Sumpah aku tak lawan. Aku tak lawan. Aku kena lawan. Geng.
Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
Mana?
All able Millilith, with me!
Oh,
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in
Awak.
several millennia.
asingan.
Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? What wishes to witness?
There you go. Hey. Hey, blah. Kau blah.
Freeze. Oh, so sorry. Wind blade.
Oh, meat kau. Mana lagi? Tembaklah bodoh. Woo. Ni geng. Awak tu dia tu. Kan mati. Gila babi. Cepatlah burung, tembaklah burung. Shoot. Oi, mana?
That is Osial's divine power.
Woo!
Be careful not to get hit.
Beres bosku. Allahu Akbar. Okey. Tak pergi mana pun.
The Fatui. Their attacks are unrelenting.
How dare you? Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Matilah, geng.
Freeze.
Oi.
Were you about to say you can't hold them, children?
Aku kena.
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy.
Ui, wow.
That light from your body.
Ui.
It's like the
Gila.
Wow, it's Madam Peach's shockwaves.
Oh, asingan.
Strong.
Gila gempak bodoh. Disappear. Oh, kau belagak. Mati bodoh. Oh, shit. Babi.
Freeze.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War. So this is what Gunyu's like in a fight.
Lah, Mazi lah bodoh tu. Nasang. Apa je, geng? Alright.
Take my power and run as I do.
Take my power. Where your power, bodoh? Laju ke lagi? Aku kuasa. Ui. Laju bodoh. Sampai dah tak habis. Dah macam. Ya, speed. Shoot.
Strong body and spirit. Perhaps
Babi.
you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you're
Ui.
adapted, try to use them battle.
Gempak. Jonas Frostbite. Rasengan. Weh. Sejak kubing lah siap so game ni. Ui, babi. Jangan disappear, bosku.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
Woo!
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing
Wait,
worse
lagi.
to come, right?
Ni kau. Gila. Ha, jom. Speed.
Eyes on me!
Allah. Oh, there you go. Oh, gempak pun. You. Shoot. Kau hajar. Lu dengan kau hajar. Oh, yep. Oh.
What's the hurry?
Nah, shoot. Gila gempak bodoh. Ada lagi. Kau.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades. Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Gila babeng. Woo. Wih, kau bodoh. Mati lah.
The interlopers are no more. Now we
Shoot.
may commit ourselves fully.
Shoot. Bang. Gila bodoh. Okey, ini kau kraken di naga kepala 3.
We just need to keep this
Dia
up.
spot geng ni. Naga kepala 3. Uish. Dia jeriki. Atomic bomb. Last time shuriken. Meteor, bos. Babi apa? Wih. Wih, lagi. Oh shit, crack. Alamak. Ui. Oh, laki ni laju bodoh. Dia sebabkan hero je, geng. Tak lagi semua jatuh mati.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be
Should be
difficult.
difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
No matter what.
I have another idea.
Oh,
What do you mean, Lady
Lady
Ningguang?
Negua.
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
This is
What
coveted
is the meaning
chamber.
of this?
Wih.
I understand.
Wow, gempak
Traveler,
babi.
lend me a hand.
Wih, aku.
Farewell, friend.
Little bit of
Bye
friend.
for now.
Goodbye
Let us
for
meet
now.
again in the
Let's
future.
make it a future. Woohoo! Ah! Lightning spear. Lightning sword. Wih, gempak bodoh. Aku tahu lah, aku tak ni aku tu. Biar. Uhuhu. Gila anjing. Okey, semua dah balik seperti asal. Sumpah gempak. Alright guys, video sampai di sini saja. Terima kasih kepada siapa yang nonton sampai habis tu guys. Aku hargai kau menyenja 9 minit itu sangat-sangat guys. Sebab sebenarnya aku ada lagi 30 minit guys video ni. Tapi aku rasa video dah terlalu panjang. Jadi aku dah skip sangat-sangat banyak aku skip. Memang Ini aku boleh dapat guys, sejam ni dalam 50 minit ni. Memang aku cakap memang epic lah, memang banyak lawan. Tadi aku cakap tak ada banyak yang jalan, memang tak ada langsung. Aku terus ke lawan bos cuma lawan tu memang panjang, aku tak ada buat apa lah. Jadi aku rasa kira okey ni guys. Aku harap kau enjoy sangat yang video aku tadi buat guys. Aku pun tak nak cakap banyak. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Dan keep bell notification jika nak notification naik guys. Okay guys, terima kasih kepada siapa menonton sekali lagi. Tinjau. Assalamualaikum. Junior out.